left or right, however you want to do it, you're going to find 12 white jerseys on the football field.
And that's what Spider Miller was so upset about.
That's what he was upset about, and rightfully so.
So if you make that count at home, and then here is the play again. Howard took it over.
They've hit open shots at him. He broke 2 tackles to get in the end zone, so I don't know how much the 12-man thing helped him. But at the same time, it should have been a penalty. And who knows if they'd have scored then after the penalty.
Right. You never know.
That was the second touchdown. That's the TD that put him ahead 14-7, right?
That's right. That's right. Don Hurtler Jr. on the Hoover sideline. He has to like the position his Vikings are in as they get ready to kick this ball away and start our second half. Perry student body, and the one big body there just to the right of center is Kenny Freeze, their outstanding basketball
player. He's the one with the basketball hoop on his chest. He's a full person taller than anybody around
there
him.
He is, the 7-footer who's going to be playing his senior year at Perry and on his way to Xavier play basketball after graduation this spring. All right, here we go. Starting the second half, Hoover with a 2-touchdown lead. Perry going to get the ball and try to cut into that lead as we get underway, and it's time for another kickoff. Brought to you by the Health Plan, here for you in your hometown. Greg Beck ready to kick it away for the Vikings.
You know, this wind is still going. It's maybe died down a little, but it's still there.
It's going to hit, and Laps is going to take it at the 15. Up the middle. Caleb Laps to the 28-yard line, and there Perry will start 1st and 10.
Perry will have the wind at their back. I still think the 3rd touchdown by Hoover was a game changer in Perry's game plan. I mean, they have to come from 14 down now, and they can put together a ground game here and go down and score and maybe not change their game plan. But if they can't, if they're 3 and out or something, they're going to have to throw.
All right, Matt Vick at quarterback for the Panthers. Long count. Magnacca in motion. They give it to Fry, the fullback. Fry struggles out across the 35 to about the 36.
They went 2 tights and 2 wingbacks. Two tight wingbacks, and they stretched the Hoover defense and ran the trap. Fullback trap. Left guard pulled and trapped to the right.
55, Giorgiotti's hanging on to the jersey and finally pulling Fry down.
Same thing again. They're going to go 2 tight ends, 2 tight wingbacks, and try to stretch that defense.
2nd down and 3.
Another
Fry again, this time very little gain, maybe a yard.
Like Giorgiottis on the bottom of that pile.
Well, it's going to bring up 3rd down and long 2 now. No huddle this time for the Panthers. That's a new wrinkle.
Yeah. Long count.
Magnacca's got it to the 39 and pushed back. I think he's going to have enough for the 1st down, though.
Maybe have it by a half a yard, looks like.
I like where the official came in from the side, and it is a 1st down. That's the signal. Well, Coach Perry coming out here, no huddle. How much of an advantage is that for
it keeps
the Panthers?
Hoover from changing defenses quite as much and substituting.
Everybody in tight. 1st and 10. Here comes Magnacca. Crosses the 40 to the 44.
And, you know, as long as they move the ball from the no huddle, then they can establish a better offensive rhythm. And they can come up and just keep running plays, and it also doesn't use a whole lot of clock.
All right, 2nd and a long 5 now at the 44. Approaching the 10-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Perry with the opening possession of our second half. It's going to be Fry, and he is knocked down maybe a yard to the 45.
Again, trying that fullback trap up the pipe, and Hoover, I think Giorgiottis again shut it down.
Yep, and Kenny Moore was there too.
Now Hoover tries to substitute, and Perry trying to run a play but can't get the signal in correctly. Don't know what exactly they're doing, so they call a timeout.
3rd down and 4 coming up. That stops the clock with 9:41 to go here in our 3rd quarter of play. And don't forget, coming up at the end of tonight's contest, we'll be bringing you the Time Warner Player of the Game. Time Warner, the power of you. Our player will be announced at the end of tonight's contest, and that player will receive a commemorative jacket courtesy of Time Warner. Time Warner bringing you the Player of the Game coming up later tonight. I want to remind you that our Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Terry's Tire Town, the tire and service professionals Stark County trusts, and your home for all major brand tires, including Goodyear tires. Terry's Tire Town in Canton, Massillon, Alliance, and Hartville, where one price does it all. All right, big 3rd down play coming up now for the Panthers. They'll try to maintain possession. There's some young Perry fans trying to cheer their Panthers on.
Well, Perry had to take a timeout to get straightened out. That also gave Hoover a chance to talk to their kids about what they needed to do against this formation and no huddle offense.
3rd down, and we'll call it 4 yards to go. Vick gonna roll left, gonna throw. Caught by Shalapi. He's got the 1st down, and he's in Hoover territory at the 48.
Well, Perry lined up with what they call a heavy set with a wing back to the left, left halfback, and fullback. All the backs to the left. Fake to the fullback and get the Shalapi, the left half, out in the flat.
Nettleton over to bring him down, but it wasn't until he was able to get the 1st down for the Panthers. And Perry crossing into Viking territory now, 48-yard line. Vick gives to Fry. Fry pounding the middle of that Hoover defense to the 45.
Just a straight handoff to the fullback off tackle. Looked like the first part of a dive option. Who knows?
9 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. North Canton 21, Perry 7 on the News Talk 1480 WHBC Game of the Week. Dave Sheets, Ed Glass, Dan Belford bringing you tonight's contest. Denny Kincaid providing our stats for us here in the booth.
I formation.
2nd down, and we'll call it 6 yards to go.
Magnacca, the tailback, running a toss sweep.
And they pitch it to him, and he gets inside the 45 down near the 40. And it's going to bring up 3rd and relatively short now for the Panthers as they've got their running game in motion here early in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I think this is the first snap that we've seen them run the I. I knew that they've run it before in other years, other games. But I think that's the first time in this ball game we've seen them in the I.
Mike Kohler making the final hit to make sure that Magnacca stayed down. All right, 3rd down and a short 2, long 1, whatever you want to call it, at the 40. Fry going to keep. Fry with a big hole, and he'll have the 1st down and a whole lot more for the Panthers.
It's a belly off tackle play with a fullback. I think they X-blocked it or pulled a guard and blocked. They blocked the. Yes, they blocked the tight end and the left tackle down inside, pulled the left guard and kicked out. What wing T guys call the down play. I used to call the G play.
I think Bachman's in there at tight end, and he made a nice block.
Fry has 9 carries, 82 yards. Having a good evening.
One of his bigger nights of the year.
2 tights and a wing.
1st and 10.
Here comes the option.
And it's Vick on the keeper, and he's got a lot of room as he gets down to near the 15-yard line of the Vikings. We've not seen Vick run the ball much tonight.
Well, you knew it was coming because they ran the fullback in there 2 times. Once for decent yardage. Here's the reverse pivot, the fake to the fullback. They're pulling the left guard to lead.
Christensen,
and at that point, get a player there with a helmet pulled off.
The left tackle, Elliott. Now we have a timeout, and the Vikings are going to stop play. Let's see where the left tackle, Doug Elliott, has his helmet pulled off here. Going to be on the lower right-hand side of the screen, right there, coming up at the bottom of the screen. He's pleading his case to the official there. All right, we need to take a timeout on the downtown Ford Lincoln Mercury scoreboard. It's North Canton 21, Perry 7. We're back after these messages.
I just wanted to tell you guys what a great job you did last month, and we got the numbers in from last year, and they were awesome. And the customer satisfaction numbers are through the roof.
Keep ahead of our competition. We need to know our customer and our products inside and out. It's not about what we want, it's about what they want and get them the best price.
The Ford Motor Company has just awarded us the President's Award. As you well know, the highest award that you can get as a Ford dealer, and it's based on customer satisfaction numbers, not sales, and the customers do the voting through the survey. So it's a great job being done by you guys. Just keep it up.
Medicare beneficiaries. Would you like a health plan that gives you the coverage you need and is easy to understand? Health Plan Secure Care offers you a $0 to $65 monthly premium plan with affordable copays that give you direct access to the health services you need. With Health Plan Secure Care, there are no deductibles and virtually no paperwork. Get the health coverage you need and the peace of mind you want with Secure Care. Call 1-877-236-2290. The Health Plan, here for you in your hometown.
The High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Diebold. While ATMs and security products are what we're known for, we're also dedicated to supporting educational opportunities for those in our community. Diebold wishes all area students the best of luck during this fall sports season.
Spend your workday with Kaylee Chris, weekdays 10 until 3, and join her for the 80s Power Lunch, 12:30 to 1:30 on Mix 94.1. We are your mix, your music.
We're back at Perry Stadium. It's North Canton 21, Perry 7 on the downtown Ford Lincoln Mercury scoreboard. Hoover fans there, fired up.
From 6 to 11 p.m.
First down and 10 at the Viking 14-yard line. Perry with an impressive drive. Magnaca gets inside to about the 13.
Again, they lined up with that left half fullback and a wingback to the left, and the companion play off of that option series and all that stuff is the wingback or the halfback counter, and that's what Magnaca tried to run.
All right, second down and 8.
Now they're fullback right half.
2 yards on that last carry, and Panthers operate now.
It's that belly series, and he's keeping the football again.
Vic keeps it and gets inside the 10 to near the 9, maybe the 8.
Perry doing a good job of exploiting Hoover's 5-3 defense. This is one of the weaknesses of the 5-3 is anybody that'll run the option.
Jeff Meek making the tackle for Hoover. Big play coming up here, Coach. Third down and 6. Ball at the 8 of the Vikings. Viking fans in front of us making some noise.
We may see the same thing again, although this time they may give it to the fullback.
See that view shaking just a little bit. That's because the cameras are here.
Inside handoff.
Shalappy.
Inside reverse. He's going to be short of the first down.
Yep. He's not had a lot of carries tonight. They thought maybe they'd catch the Hoover Viking defense off guard here.
Give the ball to Magnaca. Slips it to Shalappy with the tackle, pulling on a tackle trap.
Well, fourth down.
4th and 2.
Ball is at the Hoover 6-yard line.
In the eye.
Ricketson now in at fullback in front of Magnaca.
An 8-man blocking line.
And they give it to Magnaca inside the 5 and knocked down right there at the 5.
I don't know if he made it.
No, I don't think he did at all.
No. They went to an 8-man front, 8-man offensive line. And tried to run
Vikings stuffed it.
Run Magnaca up the pipe.
Time now for another big play replay. Being brought to you by the University of Akron. Discover the Akron advantage for yourself, and this is a huge play.
That's an inside zone, and he's supposed to cut it back, and he does, and the backside of Hoover's defense takes care of it.
Coming in, that was Phil Howard, number 28.
Boyle, number 70, also on that play.
Nice defensive stand there by the Viking defensive front. Eric Howard with the carry, giving the Vikings some running room. That drive coach, was 14 plays.
Yeah, and Perry needed to score. I mean, well, obviously with down 21-7, they needed to score. But in order to not get into the situation where they've got to throw the football to catch up, they needed to put that ball in the end zone. They could have then kept the ball on the ground the rest of the game. Win or lose, you know, they could have stayed with their game plan. I don't know that they can do that now.
Coming up on 4.5 minutes to go here in the third. Hoover 21, Perry 7. And Hoover with a second down, and we'll call it 2 yards to go. And they'll give it to Howard again. Howard near the 15, falls to the 16.
Hoover with more normal line splits now down here. Their backs to the end zone. Tried to run the power off tackle.
Took it right near the first down marker. It's going to be 3rd down and less than a yard coming up.
Boyle pulling through the hole. Too much penetration to get him clear over to the hole.
Really a nice stop that time. That was 56. Doug Elliott, the linebacker. Nice stick there on Howard.
3rd down and what, less than a yard?
Yep, less than a yard coming up at the 15-yard line. Hoover deep in their own end. And they're going to give it to Howard. He's got the first down as he gets out to the 21. And a big 3rd down conversion that time for the Vikings.
Same play again. Just mashed it in there again. Again, here comes 70. Boyle around the horn. Rose kicking out on the end. Boyle makes a nice downfield block.
6 yards on that carry for Howard, as he continues to add to his personal numbers tonight. He's had a big game. Under 3.5 left here in the third.
Hoover now with a single back. Howard.
And look for Wukalczyk somewhere. Well, they give it to Howard. Howard dances across the 25 to the 30. And he's close to another Viking first down.
Again, they took big line splits and spread everybody out and gave the ball to Howard on the draw play. Let him run to daylight. That's all it is.
Finally able to take him down.
Well, I think what they're doing is running what's called the inside zone out of big splits, which a lot of people don't do. That's an interesting play. Now they're packing the splits down a little tighter. They got 2 tight ends, 2 flankers.
That was enough for a first down. Howard again, and he struggles to the 31, maybe a yard. Again, if you're Hoover, you're not in any hurry to really do anything, are you?
No, they want the clock to run.
And that's what it's doing.
Down to 2:27 here in the third quarter.
They're going to give Howard about a half a yard on that carry. Just outside the Hoover 30-yard line.
Hoover changing their formation here. Dahl, the tight end, out of the game. Nettleton out of the game. Beck is in, and here comes Wukalczyk and Beck to the same side as 2 wide receivers.
Wackerly going to give it to Howard. He's got a hole, crosses the 30 to the 35 into the 37.
I think that was just the isolation play into the 2-man blocking side. Yep, take Rose, the fullback, right up onto the linebacker. Howard finds the crease.
Hillock and Phillips on the stop that time for the Panther defense. 3rd down, we'll call it 4 now at the 37 of the Vikings. Pitch it out to Howard. Howard trying to run the sweep to the right, and he may have lost a yard. Gonna be close.
Good defense by the Panthers. Down the line, out of bounds. Nobody getting upfield and being a chaser over there at the point of attack. One guy, everybody else, well, he makes the hit. It's
that was France.
France, yeah.
Well, Hoover going to punt the football away on 4th down and 4. 40 seconds to go. Clock running here in the third quarter. Beck going to kick to Sengos, we think. Gets it away, end over end. Good bounce.
Good
inside.
low kick into that wind.
The 30 to the 29. 21 seconds to go. We're going to take a timeout on the Downtown Ford Lincoln Mercury scoreboard. North Canton 21, Perry 7. We're back after these messages.
Canton, Stark County, America's playing field.
The High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Home Appliance Company. Selection you want at the prices you need. Don't get lost in a big box. Home Appliance Company, your hometown store. 406 North Erie Street in Massillon.
Staley Technologies, your total communications provider. Visit them at staleytech.com. Staley Technologies, your Motorola authorized two-way radio dealer.
If you're talking about it, we're talking about it. News Talk 1480 WHBC. The Morning Team. Fred Chenevy and Pam Cook. Steve Luke with your local news. Sam Berkwood with your sports. News Talk 1480 WHBC with the best in sports. The Buckeyes, Browns, Cavs, Indians, and high school sports. Your home for Ron Ponder, Dennis Miller, and Brady Russell. Nobody serves Stark County better. News Talk 1480 WHBC.
We're back here at Perry Stadium, late third quarter on the Downtown Ford Lincoln Mercury scoreboard. North Canton 21, Perry 7. We have 21 ticks left to go in the third. Perry with a football and a 1st and 10 as they start at their own 29, trailing by a pair of scores. Vic drops back.
Got him open.
Throwing on the left, Magnacca, and incomplete down at the Hoover 40. Nettleton on the coverage, but it looked like it was maybe a little behind him. But I think Magnacca probably telling himself he could have caught that one. Let's see.
He just ran him right down the seam, right down the hash mark.
Right?
And he was open.
Oh, yeah. It was behind him
behind
a
him.
little bit.
A little bit behind him. Yep. Actually, it was back over his right shoulder. To be fair. This will be the last snap, I think, that Perry will have the wind at their back.
2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. And it's going to be Fry, the fullback, and he carries to the 35. Pickup of about 5 on that play. 7 seconds, clock running, and that is going to run out our third quarter play here at Perry Stadium. The Hoover Vikings are in control. It's the same score we had at the end of the half. We go to the fourth quarter on the Downtown Ford Lincoln Mercury scoreboard. The Hoover Vikings 21, the Perry Panthers 7. We're back in just a moment.
For drivers who want to get the most out of their cars, it's Bridgestone or nothing.
The High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Carrabba's. Carrabba's Italian Grill is a proud supporter of Stark County football. Please visit us at 6560 Strip Avenue in Canton.
Back, ready to start the fourth quarter on the Downtown Ford Lincoln Mercury scoreboard. It's North Canton 21, Perry 7. Time now to visit with our Dan Belford down on the sideline. And this report brought to you by Terry's Tire Town, where one price does it all. Dan.
Hey, thanks, David. Rather deflating third quarter for the Perry Panthers. Coach, you mentioned coming into the second half. First possession, they need to put points on the board. They burn over 7 minutes on the clock. You come away empty-handed. And I know Coach Hertler said coming into this week's game, he said, last year we lost to Perry. He said they were the more physical team last year in that 12-0 Perry win. We have to step it up, be the physical team, and we have to force the issue, get field position, and coming into the fourth quarter, we have to be the team that makes the key plays. Back up to you.
Thank you, Dan, and I don't think there's any doubt, Coach, that Hoover has been the more physical team tonight.
Yeah, so that's true. That's true, Dave. They have.
All right, a short carry that time, and it's going to bring up fourth down. And Perry is going to send in the punting unit with a 4th down and 2. But you're operating from your own 38-yard line. You just can't afford to not make it here if you go for it.
No. They blow themselves
Way too
clear
early
out
for
of the
that.
game if they didn't make it. No, they could fake it, I guess, but bottom line, they got to punt the football, even if it's into the wind. Hoover's not putting anybody.
No, they're not. They're gonna
just let the ball hit. They don't trust him.
So it's
and
Eddie
I
Morrison.
I might do the same thing. I might just.
Morrison to punt. Now.
They got him on a long count.
No, got a timeout.
Timeout.
Yeah.
Oh. Now
Coach
they may go for it.
Miller calling for a timeout.
The chess game goes on.
There you go. Don't forget, a doubleheader weekend next weekend. The News Talk 1480 WHBC game of the week in Week 10. Friday night will be at Hoover as these Hoover Vikings will tangle with the Jackson Polar Bears. And that's on Friday night. Then on Saturday, it's McKinley and Massillon, or Massillon and McKinley from Fawcett Stadium. Live coverage. News Talk 1480 WHBC proud to bring you the annual battle between the Pups and the Tigers. Live coverage starting on Saturday at 1:30 from Fawcett Stadium. The kickoff at 2 o'clock. Can't wait for that one. And speaking of great football action, you know the ticket books for all 6 of the upcoming state high school football championship games are now on sale. Great seats for Fawcett Stadium and Paul Brown Tiger Stadium are available by calling the Convention and Visitors Bureau at 330-458-2084.
Coach Hertler visiting with referee John Evans at the quarter break. They're complaining or wanting some kind of an explanation or something. I don't know what that was all about.
Well, you mentioned a few moments ago a real chess match continuing. How about this? Perry lining up like they're going to go for it.
Yep, and that's why Hoover kept the first defense on the field and didn't.
Vic is going to carry, and
he got it.
It's really close, but everybody's telling me he got it. It's right near the 40. And he did get it. Wow. Let's see if that play changes any momentum.
Take the ball to the fullback and keep the ball right off his hip.
He was
that's a great
kept
football
those
play.
legs pumping.
Yeah. I used to run that all the time. That quarterback keep following the football, fullback up in the hole. It's guaranteed yardage.
Well, Perry looked like they were going to punt. They called a timeout. Hey, we're going to go for it, and they convert. Update on that Central Catholic Steubenville game, and again, we know you're watching this on tape delay. Late third quarter, Central 21, Steubenville 14. The Crusaders continue to hang on. Pass intended that time for Sengos, and wide of the mark on the throw by Vic. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Naked bootleg action off of the counter gap play that time.
Check that replay here. Fake it to
the
the
right
fullback.
guard, right tackle back this way, and then Vic keeps the football on a bootleg out the other way, but ball goes incomplete.
Nettleton with the coverage for the Vikings. Stops the clock. 10:36 left in this one. Both teams coming in 6-2 on the year.
Perry in an unbalanced line to the right.
Vic gives to the fullback, Fry, and he's got some running room. Crosses midfield to the Hoover 49. It's a 1st down for Perry.
They've had success with that series this whole second half. They're pulling the right guard, trapping the defensive end. Solenthaler is that pulling guard on that last play. Made a nice block on the end.
1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Same play again.
And it's Fry. Fry churning his way down near the 45.
You see when those guys step down and stop Fry and get down inside of Solenthaler's kickout block, then you're going to have Vick and McNacka on the option.
Panthers trying to stay alive here in this game.
Mark Fry has picked up 104 yards in 12 carries, 1 TD.
Big night for the Panther fullback. Under 10 minutes. Perry, 2nd down and 6.
Unbalanced to the right again. Going the other way this time, and he's going to keep it.
He's going to keep it, and Hoover says no sir and pushes him back.
Yeah, but see, they didn't have a pitch man, and when you put that fullback in there and you don't have a pitch man, there's nothing to keep those outside people out of the play.
44 for Hoover got in there. Nice play. Hartzell, the inside linebacker. Third down, and we'll call it 5 at the 44 of the Vikings. Vick rolling right, looking, being chased, and he'll get to the 42 before sliding out of bounds. He was run out over there. Dom Boyle chasing him to the sideline.
Same naked bootleg they ran 2 or 3 plays ago.
They had Magnacca open early, but he did throw it to him here, Coach. There's you see Boyle chasing him.
Yeah, well, Boyle stayed at home that time. That right guard and right tackle pulled. And the last time he chased him. This time he stayed home and put pressure on Vick.
Now the Panthers with another 4th down play coming up. 4th and 3 at the 42, we'll call it.
8-man blocking line again for Perry and an I formation. Only 3 backs in the backfield.
It's a long 3 yards here coming up. Magnacca straight ahead to the 40 to the 39. It's going to be close.
I don't think he made it.
No.
Maybe not. Depends on where they mark the ball. This is going to be a right or left foot spot.
It's right around that 40-yard line.
I think they're going to bring the chain in.
While they do that, reminding you another score update. Steubenville is now tied Central late in the 3rd quarter. A minute and a half to go. 21-21. Big Red and the Crusaders. That is a dandy. They're going to bring the chains out. And they are short by about a half a yard.
I didn't think he made it. I kept looking at the stick. And I kept looking at the ball, and I thought, geez, I don't think he made it.
We're going to take a break on the Downtown Ford Lincoln Mercury scoreboard. North Canton 21, Perry 7. Back with more 4th quarter play after this timeout.
What's waiting for you at the University of Akron? It's energy, excellence, and opportunity. The University of Akron continues to set the standard for excellence in student success, a new gold standard in higher education. It's an exceptional faculty, excellent academic programs, world-class research, state-of-the-art technology, and a vibrant campus life with brand new facilities. The University of Akron, energy, excellence, and opportunity. Lots of opportunity.
The High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Home Appliance Company. Selection you want at the prices you need. Don't get lost in a big box. Home Appliance Company, your hometown store. 406 North Erie Street in Massillon.
Medicare beneficiaries. Would you like a health plan that gives you the coverage you need and is easy to understand? Health Plan Secure Care offers you a $0 to $65 monthly premium plan with affordable copays that give you direct access to the health services you need. With Health Plan Secure Care, there are no deductibles and virtually no paperwork. Get the health coverage you need and the peace of mind you want with Secure Care. Call 1-877-236-2290. The Health Plan, here for you in your hometown.
And we're back. 8:04 left in this one from Perry on the downtown Ford Lincoln Mercury scoreboard. North Canton 21, Perry 7. Coach, the last 2 drives for Perry, 14 plays, no points, 10 plays, no points.
Well,
Stopped both times on 4th down.
They're moving the ball for 50 yards. Very consistent. And then they get stalled. Huge splits by Hoover again on the right side.
Wackerly gives it off to Howard. Howard tries to step out of a tackle and does, and he bangs his way to the 44. A tough 5-yard carry for Eric Howard. But the sophomore has really carried the mail tonight for the Vikings.
What Perry's trying to do when they see those big splits on that side is angle their linemen in. And that's shut that whole right side off as far as Howard is concerned. So he has to try to cut it back. And that time he got caught by the backside tackle on the other side.
With that spot,
and now Hoover
at a 4-yard carry.
Hoover tightens their line splits now.
And it's like we have an equipment adjustment there on the Perry defense. Central Catholic, we understand, has just taken the lead again from the Big Red. They get a 90-yard kickoff return after a touchdown, 28-21. Eric Howard, the ball carrier, steaming his way down the Perry sideline into Perry territory inside the 40. It's a first down for Hoover, and they are really on the verge of closing this one out. Here comes a closer look, isolating on Eric Howard.
Again, it's the inside zone, and he cuts it back, just like he's supposed to do. It's the way the play is designed. You hit at the right guard, and at that point, you hope they over pursue you, and you cut it back against the grain.
Now,
found the crease.
There he is coming out of the game.
It's an obvious leg cramp. Obvious leg cramp. His brother's going to go in. Phillips going to go in and replace him.
Look at those numbers.
25 carries, 154 yards, 2 TDs. I might have a leg cramp too.
Now Phil, his brother, is a senior. 5'10", 190 pounds.
Phil was injured much of the first half of the season.
I was going to say, we haven't seen him at all.
He's played a lot at linebacker. He's been the backup tailback now.
And now the Vikings are going to call for a timeout. That stops the clock. 7:13 to go here in the 4th quarter. Don't forget, News Talk 1480 WHBC. Once again, your home of Ohio State football. And this weekend, the Buckeyes tangle with Michigan State. The Spartans come calling to Columbus. Pregame at 2:30 on Saturday. And the kickoff at 3:30. The Buckeyes ranked #1, taking on Michigan State this weekend. Tonight's game of the week being brought to you in part by Downtown Ford Lincoln Mercury, home of the 10-minute quick lube and used car factory. You can visit them on the web for a look at their new and used vehicle inventory at downtownford.com. I'll tell you what, Coach, the Perry defense really needs to come up with a turnover here. They've got to find a way to stop them.
Yes, they do. They need to pop the ball loose. They have, there hasn't been a turnover the whole night, right?
One by Perry. Remember Bagnacca's fumble.
Right.
Another score for you. Undefeated Northwest looking to stay that way. The Indians lead Marlington, maybe closer than a lot of people think. The Northwest Indians 17, Marlington 6. That's a late 3rd quarter score.
Marlington has surprised a lot of people this year.
First down and 10 at the 40-yard line of the Panthers. Wackerly gives to Phil Howard, and he is going to be pushed back. He's going to lose a couple there on that carry.
Two wingbacks, motion across, pull the tackle on a tackle trap.
Matt Vick there. Also number 24, Kenny Hall, coming in. You know, Hall has been in on a lot of stops. Second down 11, 6.5 remaining in the game. With a win, the Vikings would claim at least a share of the Federal League title, pending the outcome of their game next week at home against Jackson, which we will have. Wow, and a nice pop there on Mikulczyk, the ball carrier.
Wakulchek could tail back and see what he can do with it. Almost got beheaded here.
Watch this. Coming up.
Right, bang, right there.
Kenny Hall.
Kenny Hall, big hit.
He's active.
He's trying to pop that ball loose. That's what he was trying to do, is get his face mask on the football, and he did. Wakulchek hung on to it.
Well, Eric Howard back in the lineup. Any carries other than Eric Howard tonight have garnered nothing but negative yardage for the Vikings.
Look at these line splits.
Look at that, yeah.
My goodness.
Very obvious there. Howard going to keep it, and he is knocked down at the 43, losing a couple more. But again, Hoover not overly concerned with that. They're watching the clock, and we're under 5.5 to go.
Panthers are angling everybody to the inside. I mean, they're moment they see those big splits, they're taking those gaps to the inside.
And they're virtually assured that Hoover's not going to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So.
Well, even if, I mean, with those big splits, you can't run outside. It's too far. So they know they're going to try to run the ball inside. That's the reason you split them out like that, is to try to run the ball up the pipe.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 14. The clock continuing to run, and I think Hoover's going to spend a timeout here right before they'd get a penalty, if that's, or maybe they'll take a penalty. Let's see.
Well, they got the wind at their back. They're going to punt it. They could take the penalty, but they don't.
Yep, they did get a penalty.
Okay. And that's just as good. They want the 5-yard penalty because you get a little more distance to punt the ball.
Right.
At least I think that's the plan.
Yeah. You never know, do you? Back to the 48. 4th down and about 18. Beck on to punt.